Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. I thought we'd do a kind of a different video today. I have been staying up in the mountains a lot, and I'm actually in a hotel right now. You can kind of see it's just kind of like kind of a plain hotel, and I thought I'd take you along of a typical weekend for me in the mountains during ski season. So yesterday, headed to the mountain to go skiing, and today I will be heading back to Denver, but I'm going to go snowshoeing today. So I want to bring you along, and I want to start you from the beginning. So like I just woke up, and it's probably really obvious that I just woke up. I want to show you the hotel I'm at, because this is where I stay usually when I get a place up in the mountains. This is the hotel I stay. I'm in Frisco. I love Breckenridge, I really do. I love Breckenridge, which is a town about, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so from here. But I'll give you an idea what it costs per night there. It's about $350 a night to stay in Breckenridge. We're here at this hotel, which is not, it's a nice hotel, but it's a little less expensive. The walls are a little thinner, things are a little louder, but there's something about it that I just really like. And it's called Hotel Frisco, and I want to show it to you because this is just, and I'm not getting sponsored by them at all, so I want to let you know that this is not any type of sponsorship or anything. This is just, I want to take you along my weekend. This hotel was built in 1936, and it has a bunch of little rooms, and it feels like a house to me. Like this hotel truly feels like home. When you walk in, the person at the front desk, it doesn't feel like a hotel. They welcome you. They give you a beer. You can sit by the fire. You talk to a lot of other guests that are at the hotel. I think, and I'm not 100% sure, I think they only have like 12 rooms or something like that. They used to have a hot tub. Last year they had a hot tub. They ended up taking away the hot tub. A little bummed about that because I love my hot tub time. But I really do like this hotel because it does have this homey kind of feeling. And then it's over on the strip, not strip, it's over on the like the little town and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice just to be able to walk out. They don't have a kitchen in here, but they have a microwave, they have a refrigerator. They have snacks for you here, but most of the time I just go out to eat, and you can find some places that are reasonable in price to eat just within walking distance here. And so I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to get ready, and then I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to show you some more of the hotel, and we're going to go walk around, and we're going to go get some breakfast. Do you want to join me? I hope you want to join me. Okay, that breakfast was yummy. I ate my whole half a burrito, and now it's time to go snowshoeing. Roads are pretty rough right now. We're gonna cross the street here. Woohoo! I'm taking you along. So leaving Frisco, and then gonna be heading on over to a spot to go snowshoeing. I think it's gonna be close to Alma is kind of what I'm looking for. Oh, this little gazebo's cute. Look at that. It's kind of cute. So let's get on the road before the roads get too slick. Okay, I made it to the trailhead. Snowing, but not heavy, but it's snowing. I think it's about 20-something degrees. I don't remember exactly when I parked. There is a car that's over here that's stuck, but he's got like 5 people working on it, so I think I'm just gonna head on off the trail. But they asked me if I had a strap, and I don't. That's something I should probably add to my kit, is having a strap in my car to pull people out, or someone can pull me out. So noted for that. So Tammy, when you're watching this video, when you edit this video, go buy a strap. Anybody know what kind of strap I need to get? I have no idea. Anyways, okay, so I'm heading out, and we're gonna get out. We're right next to the highway right now, so I don't know if you can hear it. The highway's right next to us. And when we get out a bit more into the trees and stuff, I have a chat for you. So we're gonna sit and chat. I'm gonna make some tea, some hot tea. Just want to kind of get away from this road for right now. Okay, see you in a bit. Whew. It's hot. Now I'm hot. And I think I put too many layers on. Typical of me. So sweating a little bit, but not doing a lot of climbing. Actually, it's just kind of more flat. But when you're snowshoeing, it's really awkward. It's awkward, so it uses a lot more energy to snowshoe. It's fun. I don't know if you can hear the highway. To me, it's really loud. I don't know what we might have done so far. Possibly a half mile. We got maybe another half mile left, a little less than that. And then we hit the trailhead, and then we work up. Well, you can't really see it, but we work up at this mountain over here. Whew. I'm hot. I'm starting zipping. Start delayering. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Snowshoeing's a lot of work. I'm getting my workout in. Getting it in. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Okay, I think we hit the turn off, and we're gonna turn away from the highway. I'm very excited about that. That is loud. So now we're gonna start working our way up this mountain over here. You see this? We start working our way up. We're actually gonna go inside this little canyon area. Just so you know, I'm not snowshoeing alone. I do have a friend with me right now.
Over meadows, inside sprung grass, lungs breathing in the darkness. Love down low, scattered in the gravel. Vapor escapes us in thin air. Find the strength in my shortcomings. Lies don't decide. Come on, spend money I try, but no feelings are forthcoming. Just holy, holy snow. Come lays on me, feels like an injury, soaked in luxury, a leopard in a hurry. Where's the waterfall, the source of it all? Where's the essence of me?
Okay, we missed the trail, and I don't know how that happened. But I think what I was doing, I was just following the trails here. But we're on the, oh, did I say Alma? I say we're going to Alma. We're not going to Alma. We're going to Silver Plume. Bakersville, actually, is where I'm at, not Alma. That's like a whole different area. I don't know why I said Alma, but it doesn't matter. And those of you that know Colorado probably already knew that I was going to Alma based on the pictures from before. Do you see, let's see if I can get my finger, see that hill right there? The trail, according to the map, is supposed to go up and inside that area right there. And I was just following these tracks. I'm gonna guess people don't take that trail, but I kind of want to turn off. You remember that bridge that I just crossed? Kind of want to turn off towards the bridge. It might be making my own trail a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Probably won't go that far in if I'm making my own trail. And in regards to getting lost, there's no way I'm going to get lost because that highway is so loud. And all I gotta do is listen for the highway. The snow's coming down a little bit more now too, and I want to make some tea and I want to tell you a story. So let's get away from the traffic. That's what I'm trying for. And we're gonna start working our way, kind of bushwhacking our way up into this mountain over here. Okay, just keeping these on. It's kind of windy now. Okay, here's the trail. To give you an idea, this is where I am. Again, I will not get lost, so don't worry. There's like no way I'm gonna get lost here. But I'm gonna start heading off this way right here. There's a ridge on this side, and then there's a ridge on the other side too. So I'm gonna start heading off this way. Gonna see how far I can go. My goal is about, I don't know, maybe 1 to 2 miles in. And then it took me about, I'm thinking it was probably a mile, maybe a mile and a half to where I'm here. So I think it's a good amount of, what that end up being? It's a 6-mile hike or total, getting back to the car and such. So I think it's a pretty good hike for snowshoeing. I'm happy with that. Okay, we're gonna start heading our way, bushwhacking. Hopefully we'll find an open area. Okay, I just want to give you a little perspective here of what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna see if I could do that and film at the same time. Oh. There is no way I'm going off trail. I'm just telling you that. Like, I'm actually working my way towards this little tree well. Remember, I talked about it in my my last snowshoeing video. That is underneath this really large tree, and there's probably not as much snow, but I'm just trying to get there. Okay, here we go. We're starting it again. Sorry, my friend fell in the snow, and so I've learned that I'm gonna need to pack it down for him. He's a little bigger than I am, so that way he doesn't fall in again. He almost fell through. I think it was pretty funny. Okay, we're getting there. I'm packing it down for him. Yeah, it went all the way up to my waist. But now we're approaching the tree. It's only right there. We're getting there. And then I'm going to pack it all down for him so he can come in. And then we can make some tea. Okay. I'll see you in a bit once I have this all packed down. We have survived and made it to the tree, which is really not that far from the trail, but you know, that's the way adventures go. You just gonna have to roll with the punches, you know. It's all good. I'm gonna grab my mic, and then I'm gonna start. I want to show you my little burner that I use when I come out in the snow, and then I'm gonna tell you a story. So we're gonna get to the story at some point. Just taking a lot longer than I planned. So just give me a sec to get it all set up, and we'll get there. Okay, so here's my little burner. I've shown it in a couple other videos, so I'm not going to get into a bunch of detail on it. But it has these little guys, I don't know what they're called. ESBIT. That is the brand name if you wanted to buy these on your own. And it's its own little burner as well. Oh, and my little fuzzy thing just fell off. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm sure you can. It's not that windy, it's just that there's a lot of car noise. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open this up, and you can kind of see there's like a place for it. And then I'm going to put it in there, and we're going to light this thing on fire, and we're going to start warming some water. Sorry you guys about my mic. It went dead. It's pretty chilly out here, and I've had this mic out in the cold in my car and stuff, and I think it took its toll on it. So I apologize. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'll try to be a little louder so everything in nature can hear me too. I want to tell a story. Gloves on. I'm bummed about my mic. Okay, my tea's brewing pretty good right now. In fact, I should probably put the tea in it, because that works. Today we're having a country peach passion. Yep, country peach passion. So I got a story to say, to talk about. This is a a story from when I was in college, and it involves my roommate, and it involves a near-death experience when I'm driving on the roads here in Colorado. I'm gonna have to move you around a lot because of the wind and such. But I really wanted to tell you the story. That was one of the things I wanted to do today. So we're gonna get this story done. Okay, so I was in college and I had a roommate who was also from California. And if you don't know, I am from Southern California as well, and she's from Southern California. And you know, in college you go out to like parties and stuff like that. And we were driving from Durango, Colorado, to Telluride, Colorado, and we were in charge of the beer. We had a whole keg in her Jeep, and I told her, I said, you know, we can take my car. I had a Subaru Legacy at the time, and I said we can take my car. It might be more safe on the road. But she said that she wanted her car because it's more cool to drive a Jeep, you know. And she was a very, very pretty girl. Very, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to put her down because she's actually a really good person. But I think a little bit this is going to put her down a little bit. But she's never driven on ice roads before. She's never really driven on snow. It was her first year in Colorado. Even though I'm from Southern California, my mom and dad had a cabin in the mountains, and I did see snow before, so I was familiar what snow was, and I went sledding every year and skiing every year and all that when I was a kid, so I was very familiar with snow, where she was not familiar at all with snow. So we took her Jeep because it was, made to my quotes, it was more cool to be in a Jeep than a Subaru Legacy. I don't feel, and for those of you that have Jeeps, I'm not putting your Jeep down. I just don't feel that Jeeps are the best transportation in the mountains during the snow, in the wintertime. And I don't mean to put some of you guys down that have Jeeps, but my experience, and I've owned a couple Jeeps myself, and driven a couple Jeeps myself, and they just are not as they're just not as good in the snow than my Subaru Legacy, which I absolutely loved. Okay, so from there we hit the road. She's driving. It is a stick shift, not that matters, just letting you know that back then there was a lot more cars that were stick shift. Nowadays you can't seem to buy a car that's stick shift. And we're working our way towards Telluride, and we stopped to go get gas. And I'll never forget this story because it was a big eye-opener to me when we stopped to get some gas. Now, she was a brand new roommate to me. I never knew her before. So I think I knew her for 2 to 3 months before we went on this trip together. And there was a big group of us on this trip. So I think there was like 15 of us they rented a house in Telluride. We stopped to get some gas, and I don't know if she's really pumped a lot of gas in her car before, because so she was pumping the gas and she had her hand on the gas. She never seen those little things that flip. So, you know, you can stand by the gas and it flips and you don't have to hold on to it the whole time. She's never seen that before, which seems really odd to me. But so she took, her car was full, so she took the gas out of her Jeep, and it was still going, and it was spraying all over her Jeep, and she's screaming. I'm inside the passenger seat. I get out of the car. I go over to her as she's holding this gas pump with gas like flying all over her car. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you gotta trigger that thing. The guy from the gas station comes out and just starts yelling at her. And both of us, actually, calling us idiots. We don't know what we're doing, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. I thought she knew how to put gas in a car. So I'll tell you this, what I'm doing with my daughters right now is when my daughter is in my car and I need gas, she's pumping the gas, and I'm making sure she knows what she's doing, because that told me right there that maybe she doesn't know how to drive that well either, you know. I was a little nervous. I'll admit, I was a little nervous. So let's get to the story. we're driving down a road, and it's a windy road, you know, really windy. It's the winter time. There's snow. In fact, I think it was actually snowing that day. There's icy spots and stuff. We were listening to music. You know, we're the typical college kids. You know, we're listening to music, and we're singing in the Jeep. We're talking about what party we're gonna go to. You know, we were debating on opening the keg in the back. You know, and pulling over and drinking some beer and stuff. Yeah, we were dumb college kids. You know. Well, she hit some black ice, and her car started fishtailing. You know, her Jeep started doing this. Well, what did she do? Here I am. I'm wide awake now. Now I'm like freaking out. There's a cliff on one side. There's a cliff on the right side. So I'm looking at the cliff, and she's like, ah! Her car's doing this fishtail thing. She starts screaming and lets go of the steering wheel. Not kidding you. Let go of the steering wheel, closed her eyes, and started screaming. I'm like, oh my God. I looked over at her, and I grabbed onto the steering wheel, and the car now, I don't know if you've been in a car that's been out of control, where it just kind of goes from side to side. So you just kind of have to ride it when it's going from side to side. And there I am, as she's screaming with her eyes closed, you know, and she still has her foot on the gas. And I'm screaming at her to take her foot off the gas. And I didn't want her to slam on the brakes. So I'm giving her step by step, and she's doing everything I'm saying. You know, but I'm going back and forth and such. So it was a bit scary. And then finally I had to go to the other lane. So it was like a one-way lane, and you're turning around corners. And I had to get the Jeep over to the other side of the lane. So if there was a car coming this side, we would have hit him straight on. But it was either that, or I'd be driving off the cliff. I finally got the Jeep to ease out and start, and then I got it back into the road. And then I told her, I'm like, you got to grab that steering wheel, you know, stop screaming, grab the steering wheel, pull over. So she's shaking. You know, she's shaking. I'm shaking too, but like she was really freaking out. You know, like I thought she was gonna pass out. That's how I thought she was. She found an area to pull over. I pulled up the emergency brake right away, and I told her, I said, "You're not driving anymore." And she says, "Yeah, I'm not." And she got out of the car, and then I ended up driving the rest of the way. But it was one of those times in my life where it was a near-death experience, and I think. So that there wasn't a car coming on the other way when I had to put the Jeep in the other lane around the turn, and I was so happy there wasn't a car there, and I won't forget that till today, you know. And when I'm in a car in the mountains, I would say the majority of the time I'm driving. Not only do I get motion sickness in the car, but I feel that I'm a pretty good driver, especially on the snow. I have a lot of experience in it, and so now I usually am the one to drive. So there's my story, my near-death story. I'd love to hear your response on it, what you think, or if you had one of those yourself. You know, I think we all kind of have one of those near-death experiences, you know, and it's just kind of a big eye-opener. And to me, it's trust the person that's driving. Make sure you don't just sit in the passenger seat and fall asleep, or sit there and drink beer, which is what I was gonna do, you know. So I'm happy I didn't. I'm happy I stayed alert, and I'm also happy I grabbed the steering wheel, because if I didn't, we would have gone over the cliff. Yeah. So it was one of those. We bonded right away after that, but I didn't get in the car with her again. I was always the one driving. In fact, I think that she didn't drive her Jeep the majority of the winter. I think she just parked it. And again, I lived in Durango at the time, and Durango's kind of in the mountains, and so it was really really cold, and lots of snow that year. You guys, while I was telling my story, my tea fell. So we're at round 2. So I'm going to heat this up, and then we're going to drink it, and then we'll probably head back to the car here shortly. Snow's coming down. Is it gonna focus? I'm going through batteries right now. So my tea's done. Cheers. I'm scared to touch it. You guys hear all that traffic? Isn't it so peaceful? I tried. I did. I tried. Okay, I'm gonna make trail here so my friend doesn't fall in again and injure himself again. Okay, don't worry. I can save you. Okay. So what it was is he ended up falling down, so I'm just gonna pack it down so that way he doesn't fall again. That is where he fell and got injured. He fell into that hole. Okay, we made it back to the trail all nice and safe. Nobody's injured again. Yeah, it's kind of one of those days. I tried to get away from the traffic. I couldn't. Hiked a few miles, tried to get into the hillside and I couldn't. So it's okay, lesson learned. This is a new trail for me though. It is new. There's two trails that at the parking lot that goes off, so this was the other trail. Yeah, I won't take this one again, but that's okay. It's all lessons learned. Okay, I'm gonna get back to my car. Then I'm thinking we go somewhere else. I'm not ready for my adventure to end. Let's go somewhere else. Okay, see you at the car. Guys, as we hike down from this little mountain over here, I found the trail. Do you see it? I'm gonna show you what the trail marker is. Hey, you gotta zoom in. It's on the top. This is why I didn't see the trail. Look at this. It's tucked into the tree. Of course I didn't see the trail. I don't think really anyone else is. I think that's an animal path. I don't think anyone else has been here. How you guys like that? That gives you an idea of what it's like off trail. That was fun. That was fun. You missed it. But my friend he didn't say keep it recording, but I fell over once I hit to the trail and I got up. And I was one of those people where I fell and I couldn't get back up kind of thing. It was hilarious. It was funny. I found a lot of humor in that. Okay, let's see you at the car. Okay, I didn't talk to you right when I went to the car. We actually drove into Silver Plume, and there's this really cool place for a nice drink. And I think because my friend fell and got injured, that I would buy him a drink, because that's the kind of friend I am. And this is kind of like a hidden little gem. So if you want, try it out. If you're here from Denver, come in through Silver Plume. This is like, I think, the only place that serves anything. I don't think they serve any food. I think it's just alcohol. And I was told by it from another friend, so I'm gonna check it out. So let's go inside and check this out. Oh my God, look how cute this door is. Okay, I give this place like 2 thumbs up. I ended up buying him 2 drinks. He's feeling pretty happy. So, and don't worry, I'm not drinking and driving. I bought the drinks for him as I felt that he needed it, and now he's feeling really good. So that's really good. This place is called Bread, but there's no bread in there. It's only alcohol, and it's just beautiful and peaceful and just calm, and yeah, I really like it. So maybe one day I won't be driving and I will be drinking too. So the snow's coming down. We're gonna head on over for some pizza at my favorite place. So I'm gonna take you to my favorite place for some pizza.
I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace to lead me out of darkness. Give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone who could light the way. Then you came to me and you gave me reason. I almost can't believe it. Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. Yeah. I don't know anybody that could compare to you. The way you're always smiling, the way you light up a room. I couldn't live without you, not even if I tried. 'Cause every day I'm with you, I'm flying over the clouds. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm flying over the clouds, and I'm not coming down. Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky.
That is truly my favorite place to go right after a ski weekend or a mountain weekend for some really good pizza. It's called Alpines. Again, not being sponsored by anything on this video. I'm just showing you my favorite spots. And I love Alpines in Georgetown. Woo! Some good pizza. Okay guys, I just dropped off my friend. Sun is setting now, and I'm gonna work my way to go get the baby. Little baby Rocky. He's at daycare right now, and I bet you he is worn out. So let's go get him. Hey, thanks for joining me today. It's been kind of nice to have you along. You get a typical weekend. I'll get Rocky first so you can see him, and then I'll end up saying goodbye. So let's go get the baby. I'm finally home. I picked up the baby. You want to come here? Come here. He's injured, you guys. Oh, poor thing. You got an owies. Oh, you should see his facial expression here. Oh, poor thing. Oh. Remember how I tell you his paw gets really sensitive? Yeah, he was playing a lot. You were playing a ton, weren't you? Yeah, you were. Poor baby. Yeah, you owies on his paw. Remember when he starts playing out at Spirit Forest at the beginning of the season, his feet start to hurt a bit, and I got some of that stuff that I put on his paw. He just licks it off. He just does. So he's like really worn out. Oh, poor guy. Where are you going, buddy? He's limping. He's limping. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, you see him? You want to go to bed now? You can go to bed. You can go. He's so tired, you guys. He must have played the whole time. Look at his tail. You tired? Okay, go to bed. Go to your bed. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's so happy to have his bed back. So, yeah, that's a typical weekend for me in the winter time. I go up to the mountains and I ski and I snowshoe and I have a bunch of adventures and I try new things and new places and And then I get home and I'm worn out. And then I got 5 days of work, and then I do it all over again. Rinse and repeat. So next weekend I will be in Vail, and I have my daughters that weekend, and we're all going skiing in Vail. Now, I can't get a condo every time I go. This time I was able to have a friend split the condo with me. That really helps with cost. But yeah, this following weekend, we will be driving back to the city and then possibly back up to the mountains the next day. It takes about, it's about $40 a trip in gas to get up and down the mountain. So that's still cheaper than a hotel. But a tent is the cheapest. However, I don't think my kids are up for winter camping yet. I don't think that's going to happen. But again, I want to thank you for joining me on this. Not all of my videos are this long. This was a long one. I felt it was due that you guys had a lot of short videos, and so it was time to do another long one. So I took you along my entire journey for today. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I do have some short videos and some long videos like this, so I have a good mix. I am usually going up in the mountains here in Colorado. I backpack or hike, and I also have some videos coming up that are going to be about me building a cabin in the mountains as well. So subscribe to see those videos. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye-bye.